Good morning, everybody. Pastor Todd here, 6 a.m. in the sanctuary. And I get a little insight, sneak peek at a pastor's life. Just had to take somebody to work. I got to take somebody home from the hospital today. And we also have George's Hill, our support group and our social group that helps people with dementia or anybody else that wants to work on their memories. So I had to sneak in and do a little work for George's Hill because I got a busy morning. And I'm not complaining. It's a wonderful thing about being a pastor is I got to spend some time with people and help them out. But I had to sneak this in our daily Advent reflection, so I didn't miss it. I have no idea why I'm whispering because there's no one else here. So on Sunday morning, this isn't Sunday morning, it's Thursday morning, but I'm filming in the sanctuary because one of my favorite parts of Sunday morning is coming in really early, turning all the lights on in the sanctuary. I really feel close to God, so I want to share this moment with you. This is December 9th, 2021, the 12th day of Advent. And we're reading from our home base, United Church of Christ, UCC.org. They have a daily devotional all throughout the year, and of course focusing on Advent during this month. So I'm going to read to you, I'm going to tell you about the author first. Kaji Dusa is the senior pastor of the Park Avenue Christian Church, a congregation of the Christian Church Disciples of Christ. That's my first ordination, and the United Church of Christ in New York City. So Reverend Dusa is going to focus on Acts 2:40, and this is Acts 2:40. With many other words, Peter warned them, and he pleaded with them, "Save yourselves from this corrupt generation." That's from Acts 2 in the NIV. So this is what Reverend Dusa has to say. In season 3 of the Coen Brothers series Fargo, the chief villain says, "The problem is not that there's evil in the world. The problem is that there's good, because otherwise, who would care?" So let's see what those perplexing words can teach us. Evil is happy when good keeps its distance. The goodness exists is inconvenient. That goodness exists is inconvenient to evil, which is bent on making no one care. But the existence of good in the world makes us care. And caring is what will save us from this corrupt generation. Ours is the generation of a new cycle designed for short attention spans, unashamed public bigotry, and official violence, all played out in real time for all to see. I preach about this a lot, so please listen. I'm going to repeat this well-crafted articulation of what's going on, what scares us. Ours is the generation of a news cycle designed for short attention spans, unashamed public bigotry, and official violence, all played out in real time for all to see. But if that's all we consume, if it's all we're watching, it could easily seem that there's no good in the world. Despair creeps up and into our souls, shrouding us in apathy. Because the villain is right, without good, who cares? But by some miracle of grace, we do care, don't we? We care so we know good exists. We care so we know evil is not alone in the world. It doesn't have free reign. It hasn't won, and it never will. As long as we care, because we care, we know we are saved from our generation's despair and apathy, and the whole world can be saved too. Every year, Advent asks us to watch, to pay attention to the world closely enough and patiently enough to notice that there's more than evil in it, more than despair, to watch long enough and closely enough to see that good, to welcome its continual arrival among us, to ground our hope in its grace, to name it for others in testimony of word and deed, and dedicate our lives to enlarging it, even suffering for it, caring deeply and with all our hearts. And we have a divine example of that, of course, in Jesus Christ. This is a short prayer. So, you gotta pay attention. Oh, come God, with a good I can never ignore. Amen. So, I want you to reflect on this question, and it's an opportunity for you, not to blow your own horn, because you're not gonna tell anybody, and God already knows this, but for you to feel, experience your own goodness. What have you done? What good deed have you done from November 28th until today, December 9th? Just reflect. What good have you done? I know you've done some good, small or large, and that is an example of what can happen if we magnify that goodness daily, or just focus on ways in the future, a larger deed that you can do for the goodness of all humankind. And I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow, December 10th, for our 13th day of Advent. God bless.